Guys, it's me, your boy Albert Mouse over one here, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be actually telling you guys my top 5 steel coasters that I like, that I personally made a custom. And basically there will be some that I actually will, some inspire moments very soon to this video. So basically this was super difficult. It took me hours to actually figure it out, and actually these coasters also took me hours to build. And basically these coasters are going to be made by category, which is inversions, height, and theming. So yeah, let's go into the number 5 spot. So at number 5 we got Scorcher RMC Hybrid, which is located in nowhere. Like I said, these are not inspired. These don't have the same layout. So basically, this is one of my greatest coasters. Like at first, before the other coasters on this list, I will show you in a minute. Which basically, let me talk about the height. The height is actually not bad, but it's pretty low. Inversions, only one existed, which is this one here, which is a death roll, and 3 theming. Absolutely no theming at all, but it does have a couple of but the other side to this is it has really good terrain, which is with this really steep dip, like this really steep dip hole, whatever. But this is like a really good coaster to theme with, but I think it's just that this is very different as usual. So basically, that's my first number 5. Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about the Scorcher. So yeah, let me go into number 4. Alright, yeah, sorry about that, just give me 1 second. Okay, so at the number 4 spot, we got Twisted Lightning, RMC Hybrid, Coaster, and a Launch Coaster, which is only of my 2 RMC Hybrids that I built, which I like to call this Twisted Lightning, which basically this was inspired, like almost inspired by Lightning Rod at Dollywood, which is currently closed right now. But basically, the upside to this is because it has a really good terrain. Like first, let me talk about height. It's actually pretty high with that really fast launch, and basically with that hill, and with that. And basically with that outer bake, that will give you airtime 90 max degrees, including a couple of really good airtime hills. And let me go into my second category, which is inversions. 2 0G rolls, which is 1 right here, and 1 over here, which is this one right here, into the final break run right here. Basically, this coaster, you might be asking to yourself, what is all this, kind of partially, not kind of, and this red stuff here? Well, there's a backstory to this. Basically, this used to be called the Demon, which it used to have the wooden version, which they had this floor right over here, which is kind of like a little annoying. But, basically, when I purchased the hybrid, for like $2, this is what I got. Like basically with the hybrid style, and basically for the Demon, I had this fast chain lift, but basically this part, the downwards hill, basically this was lowered, like this part, and it actually was a combination of a B&M dive coaster with a RMC hybrid, which basically that was the backstory to it, and basically about theming, there's really no theming at all, but it has a really good terrain. With it takes the monster range pretty well, but there's absolutely no theming at all. And about the red spot there, all of this was actually painted red, but I decided, you know what, I think I should go with just the green based. So yeah, that's it. That's all I can actually think of Twisted Lightning. So let's go on to the number 3 spot. Okay, so now we got this. At number 3, we got Twisted Phantom. Which you guys might asking to yourself, oh my gosh, Jared, this is such a great coaster. How come it's actually located in the number 3 spot? Well, it's because of the category of theming. So let me explain. So basically, the first category, height, it actually is a pretty decent height. Pretty decent how tall it is. It's actually not that bad. But basically, it's just because it's just height and the theming. Let me go into the second. So basically, second inversions. The first one, you got 2 0G stalls, but this one is called Zero G Twisted Stall because it's not fully like it's not fully like, oh, you get some hang time. You get a little bit of hang time with that Twisted Zero G Stall, including this other one, which is right after. And this is actually the one or two remaining RMCs that I also built with a launch, which is this one here, which is actually going into that Zero G Stall. And then it also has this massive reverse Cobra roll, but I like to call this 2 Zero G rolls in one, and basically another zero G roll here, and basically that's it. And there's also two outer banks, which is this one right here, and there's another one which is right over here. And basically the theming, it has pretty decent theming. It has a couple of like pretty good like terrain, but I think this is the best I could. And basically another good feature about this is with those twisted airtime hills, which will give you a bunch of ejector airtime, which I can recognize, and also with that ejector airtime hill, including others. And yeah, so that's it and that's all I can say about but one more thing, it's about the trees though. The thing is that basically the trees can actually cover, like if you go on underground level, you can actually almost partially see the entire track as long as you actually get closer to it, and then you will see the entire track itself. Yeah, this is a pretty decent coaster, and basically this is like one of my most longest, I don't know, but now we're gonna be looking at the number 2 spot, which is my only one, in a sec. So at the number 2 spot, we got this one, Wipeout, which is a custom coaster, a B&M sit-down coaster. And basically this is like my one of my biggest projects, because I think this is the tallest that I know, but this is the best I could. Which basically about the category of height, it has a pretty good height. This is the highest you can get with a vertical loop, also a 0 G roll, which is this baby here. You'll see the vertical loop. And the cool thing about that is that the vertical loop actually goes through another, which is a dive loop, which you will see right now. Yeah, you see, yeah, the train actually just goes down there for a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, which is my mom. It's never mind about that, but the thing is, and basically after that, then with that dive loop, basically I think that's a really good element. And then you just go to here, and then basically you actually this other launch, which you will do like a massive long 0 G roll, and then after that you go into this inverted turn, and that's when this is the biggest inversion I built. Which, if you guys don't know what this is, I think this is like a heart, but it's pretty ugly. But don't worry, just forget about that. You get another 0 G roll right over there. Then you go into the mid-course brake run, and then you do a couple of airtime hills, and then after that you actually do this bank, and then that's when you go to the airtime hill. Then and then that's the final brake run. And basically the third category, which is theming, it actually has a pretty good theming with the bottom, with a full of sand, house full of palm trees everywhere. Yeah, because this is an Hawaiian coaster. So basically, there's no inspiring. But about the name, the thing is that the name, like basically, like with Twisted Lightning, was inspired by Dollywood's Lightning Rod, and basically, as with Twisted Phantom, that one, it was actually inspired by the Phantom's Revenge, which I just said, like, what if I built Twisted the Phantom's Revenge, but RMC style, which that's why I call it Twisted Phantom. Basically, you will see the train go right here, and basically, I think Wipeout, I think it's like I think it's just another great coaster, but. Yeah, but so basically I like this, and basically with this Hawaiian theme around that with the palm trees everywhere, but there's a little bit of mountainous terrain though, with all these rocks, and this is supposed to be a surf coaster, so whatever that is. So now we're gonna be coming into number 1. Just give it a sec. Okay, so this is one of my biggest regrets, but I actually also made a really tough decision to put this on number 1, so. At number 1, you've got Twisted Goliath. So basically, the Twisted Goliath name, it was actually the Goliath name was named after the name of the hypercoaster named Goliath at Six Flags over Georgia, which is my home park. And it's also actually combining another, which is Goliath, which is a twist like an RMC. And basically, about that is that basically the first category is height, and oh my gosh, it has a really tall lift hill with a really fast chain lift, which you will see in a moment, with the really fast one, and basically it has a lot of cars, which will make this even more exciting for those who are sitting in the back. And basically, it has this drop, which is at a maximum angle of like it's like a little rough. I might fix that one day, but I would just put it like that. With it's like let's say like 87 degrees, and then you got this twisted inline twist. It's a pretty new version that I built, and after that, then you go into this massive, which is what I like to call a combination of a zero G roll and a corkscrew, which is a combination. And so, after this, you actually go into this turnaround here, and then that's when you go into this one, which is called the Death Roll. It's actually a combination of a Death Roll and a Zero G Stall. And basically, after that, I also made something else, which I like to call the Lagoon Roll, the Lagoon Roll, which is the only inversion, which is located at Lagoon and on Cannibal. And basically all that with this, which is is actually a pretty nice thing, because it actually goes through the maybe 200-foot structure. So after that, then basically the final inversion, which is this one right over here, which is one of my greatest inversions, which is the zero G roll over a mountain super very close. Because this is basically your hands, basically this is like a really good head chopper effect, because you can still put your hands up with no problem, but basically with that zero G roll over a mountain, yeah, that's good. Then you go to a pile of rocks, and then you go into inverting bank turn, and then you go into the final course break one. But that was the categories of height and theme, not theming, I mean inversions. And so now we're gonna go into theming, which is the category. Like, oh my gosh, I really do like the theming of this. I see the mountainous terrain, basically a few head chopper moments with the structure, and this is a pretty fast one. All of the twisty turns are coming from that side, where the other side it just has nothing but trees and everything. Oh, sorry about that, but yeah, so basically this is actually pretty cool. I have to go now, so yeah. So basically that's it for Ultimate Coaster 2 of my top 5 steel coasters that I really do like and also built by using categories, inversions, height, and theming. So yeah, that's it, guys. And basically a quick disclaimer, I will also actually do posts and everything. So guys, just make sure you guys stay safe, and see you guys. Bye.